Alright people, welcome back to the Crimson Inn, and I wanted to let you have a heads up of what's been going on with me. I have absolutely been working on different projects, but I've also been working on other things with my job, so I really haven't had time to really come through here and make videos for you. But I wanted to discuss the Crimson Inn and the future of the channel. The channel is new, so I got so many plans for it. That's including more Capcom and Sega stuff coming up soon. But the biggest topic going on right now is the Cricket Inn company, and y'all know who I'm talking about because I base my whole channel off their products, is basically under attack from the looks of it. And it seems like the fans are actually upset with them so much that they're leaking out their games consistently. In the background, you do see Mario and Luigi on the 3DS. This was the second to the last game that they made on the 3DS before they coming out with the new Mario and Luigi. And the reason I'm showing you the gameplay of that because the new Mario Luigi game has already been leaked out on the Switch, as well as the Mario Party Jamboree was actually released almost a week and a half before it even came out. And these guys are really taking it to Nintendo, and they're actually making leaking out their games early. And they're doing it intentionally because I think everybody's getting tired of them actually suing everyone, taking all the ROMs down. And what's very ironic about that whole situation is they just released like the new Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that on the Nintendo Online thing, and that game is actually running off the emulator. It's actually running off Business or whatever it's called. And they're actually running that emulator on the Nintendo Online to play the game. Even with the textures and everything, you can clearly see that's what they're using. But I said, wow, you hate emulators, but you're using emulators to emulate your games on Nintendo Online. And it's okay when you use it because, like they said, everything belongs to them. And then remember I told you before in my last video, I said, it's really messed up when they have this it's my mentality. When they actually go through these extra steps to shut everybody else down, no one can touch anything of theirs. And I say, remember, third-party people also make a lot of titles for their platform. They only release maybe 20-30 games per platform, while the third parties make everything else. And it's amazing that they're willing to shut down complete websites of ROMs and ISOs because they are on that my. I'm like, what about all the third-party developers whose games are no longer playable on these emulators because you decide to shut them down by being greedy? And now they're like, oh, we can release it ourselves. And then they release it on Nintendo Online using the exact same emulators. And I think that's so ironic and it's so petty and it's hypocritical, and not ironic, hypocritical. Well, that they're taking the initiative to do so. So, let me know your thoughts on that, because I feel like it's hypocritical to me that they're using emulators on Nintendo Online, but they're against emulators. And from the looks of it, they're not against emulators. They're against anybody else using emulators for their games because they want to be able to recharge you for those old-ass games that are no longer purchasable. So what they basically do is make a price for it and make you pay for what they want to give you. Versus the emulator is usually able to play everything under the sun. Pretty much everything under the sun, you're able to play everything. So all the new games and all the old games, I know there's no new games, but all the old games, period, the entire library, you had access to it. But if you look at it now, you have no access to anything, but Nintendo wants to give you 4 or 5 games here and there over each month and charge you $20-some a month for it, or a year for it, or whatever they charge for you. I don't know, I don't pay for that crap, but I think it's funny. And so now these people are attacking them. They're like, hey, you want to do stuff like that? We just start leaking out your games. And whoever's doing this is in Japan, so they actually gave themselves up by leaking out the language or whatever. They had the videos and screenshots of it before they did it. But somebody overseas is really attacking them strong, and they're really taking it to them, and they're leaking their games out early. And I know they're doing that because of the Ryujin situation, and I know they're getting back to them because when they took down the last Switch emulator, that's the first thing they did was start leaking out their games. And I was like, wow, they're going in But I guarantee you, it's an employee of some kind of retailer that's letting their friends have these games early. Because you know how sometimes, like the lame stops and stuff like that, how they actually go through, they open games sometime to make a display case. Somebody at one of those stores is letting somebody go home and copy that game, bring it back, and they put it back into a retail store. That way they can never track back how they got the ISO. And I'm pretty sure they're getting it from somebody who works at a store. But that's here nor there. The fact is that they are actually under attack. These guys are really taking it to them, and I don't blame them, because these guys are so anti-consumer, it's unreal. It's really, really wild how anti-consumer they really are. And they've been like that for a while. And they are the only developer, the only company in the entire gaming industry that actually does this. No one else does it. Everybody else supports emulator. Microsoft supports it, Sony supports it, Sega supports it. Everybody supports emulators but them. And it's kind of shocking that they're the only ones that are attacking their fan base. And it's not just the game emulators either. They're attacking their fan base as a whole. Now, if I make something, a character, design a character, whatever, and I put it into a video game, and I create this culture, this large, long culture of fan base, because they have millions and millions and millions of Nintendo fans. There's millions of them. If these fans love my work so much, and they do fan art, that's what they call it, fan art. They design, I can understand the lewd art, you know, you might have an issue with that, you know, making your characters naked and having sex and stuff. That type of stuff I would probably have a problem with. But if you're just designing my characters in, like, photos on a beach or photos on a sunset, or just making, like, really, really good, talented art, real art, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Nintendo hates anything of anybody drawing anything of any of their characters, and now they're literally attacking fans as far as their art, saying copyright infringement, patent infringement. I'm like, wow, y'all are attacking the people that have a passion for you. This is the same thing they did back in the day when they took down those 27 to 2900 YouTube channels that had Nintendo channels. These guys had rooms full of Nintendo memorabilia, stuffed animals, action figures. They had shelves full of stuff. Some people had full rooms dedicated to Nintendo products. And this is stuff they came out of pocket and purchased and designed and stuff like that. And Nintendo shut their channels down. I mean, you're literally killing your fan base. And now the fan base is fighting back. And I think it's crazy that it took them this long to fight back, because you know how they say, speak with your wallet. And at this point, I guess whoever's leaking these games out is like, well, we could speak with our wallet by just not even buying your game. We're just leaking and playing on modified systems or emulators that still exist or whatever. So I think it's like a slap in the face, but at the same time, is it deserved? I want you guys to answer that question. Do they deserve what they're getting right now? Because this happened right after they took down Ryujin, and right after that, they started attacking Pocket Pair for the Pokemon situation. So there's so much, and it's so much. And is this a long time past to do attack on them or what? Because I just want you guys' opinions on it. Leave me a comment below and give me your 2 pennies on it. And let me know if you actually got the game. Okay, let's say it this way. I don't want you to put in the comment section that you got the game. But whatever comment you leave me, if you got the game, place a 1 with your comment. You can do it at the beginning, the end, or in the middle somewhere. Just add a number 1 in your message if you got the game early. And if you don't have it, just put a 0. Just put a, write your message, put a 0. We'll just keep it cold, 1s and O's, 0s and 1s or whatever. So, let me know if you got it. I am not going to say if I did or did not get it, but I will say that I will be playing it, say it that way, just to keep it pretty clean. But yeah, do you think this attack is justified, or do you think it's not justified? Give me your thoughts on that. That's what I want to know, your opinions, and let me know what are you playing currently, and go from there. All right, bye everybody, have a wonderful day. And I am Little AM, aka Amber Morrison, and you are watching the Crimson Inn on YouTube, and I hope to see you more. See you more. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I just don't know how to close out my videos. Anyway, bye, and hit the like button and comment. Bye bye.